Hi everybody, you're watching Boomy Reactions. Welcome back. For those of you who are new, I am Boomy. Hello and thank you for watching. And for everyone else, welcome back my lovelies. Now today guys, we have another video from Chuds BBQ because I enjoyed the last one so much. Let's watch another. So we've got Brad here from Chuds BBQs again. And this time we're going to be watching him make a Texas beef chili. Now, this video comes as a request from a supporter and viewer, Matt W. Hi, Matt, and thank you for your support. Thank you. And so he would like me to watch this video. Chuds is going to be making a Texas chili. He uses no beans. And that sounds weird to me because any chili that I've ever had has beans. But, I mean, is this an authentic Texan chili? Doesn't have beans? Is that the case? I'm not too sure. Let me know, guys. He has pre-warned me, not so much of a warning, but I'm excited for this. So he makes a Frito chili pie at the end of his video, which uses Frito chips, which are a type of crisps. Yes. But they're made with corn. So that sounds amazing. As you know, I've mentioned a few times, I'm a crispaholic. Our crisps are your chips. Yes, I have an addiction to, a very unfortunate addiction, obviously, to these crunchy, potatoey, or corny, delicious snacks. And yes, I actually have a bit of an issue with them. I can just eat them forever. I love them. So what could be more amazing than a chili pie that's made with crisps? That just sounds like my idea of heaven. So let's get on with the video. I cannot wait to see this. A Frito chili pie. Oh my gosh. Guys, as ever, if you're enjoying these reactions, please like and subscribe to the channel. It's hugely beneficial. And thank you in advance. And as requested, I have set up a Patreon. If you want any of those details, they are just in the description below. And thank you in advance. You're all amazing. Thank you. Mwah. And let's watch some more Chuds.
What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to Chuds BBQ. My name is Bradley Robinson.
Hi.
And today, I'm going to show you how I made this.
What's going on?
Beautiful, delicious, beefy, smoky, Texas-style chili with Frito pies. Give it up!
Frito pie!
It's that time of year again, folks, and growing up in the Northeast, nothing warms your spirits on a cold winter's day quite like a hearty bowl of chili. Up there, chili is typically made with ground beef, dry spices, some tomatoes, some kidney beans, and is served in a bowl and eaten more like a stew or a soup or something like that. Down here in Texas, though, they feel a little bit differently.
0 beans in chili, I will die on that hill. No f***ing beans in the chili.
Texas-style chili, aka chili con carne, is made with all beef and some chilies, and I tend to think...
Oh my gosh, I do apologize for the language, guys, but I love his conviction. He will not die on that hill. There is no beans in this chili. Is that, I mean, let me know, guys, is this, is this the Texan chili way to omit all of your beans? Is it a Texan thing? Let me know.
About it more as a condiment or a meat sauce, something you'd find on a chili dog, a chili cheeseburger, or the most popular dish around these parts, the Frito pie. That being said, today we are making Texas-style chili, and it is going to be delicious.
He's so musical when he talks. I never
There's
said it
a
before.
snake in my boot.
To up the beefiness of our chili and add another layer of flavor, we're gonna add some beef stock down the road to help thin out our meat. But not just any beef stock, we're gonna make our own. What I've got here is some beef feet, some beef marrow bones, some neck bones, which actually have a good amount of meat on them, so I might have a little snacky poo along the way. And then some more neck bones. But first things first, we need to cook these off, so onto the mini chud box they go.
Is this his smoker?
Nice and toasty.
Just like in the turkey stock video, we are just gonna roast these bones around 300 degrees, 250 for a good hour or so. Just get some color on there. Start building those layers of flavor. Ooh-hoo-hoo. Might have to make a beef neck video. These are looking pretty tasty. You can find these bones at pretty much any grocery store. You just got to check the freezer section. If not, you can always just ask your butcher. They're always trying to get rid of bones. I'm also gonna go in with some mirepoix, a couple of onions on there, some celery, and some carrots. Beep. Let these roast get some color. We'll be back in an hour. 1 hour later. We got some beautiful color on these. Not looking to get them too dark or anything. Just add some nice smoke, some nice charcoal. This is also a great time to dip in there, pull out some bone marrow, throw it on some toast. Good stuff. But you know the drill. Into the pot they go. How you doing? Smells so good.
I love these videos.
After topping this pot off with some water, we're just gonna fire it up, bring it up to a boil, and let it simmer for a good few hours. While we're at it, we'll throw in a couple cloves of garlic, skin and all, a little handful of black peppercorns, and a couple of bay leaves. And that is the base of a very delicious beef stock. Now that our stock is cooking away, let's talk about beef. When it comes to beef for your chili, you can use pretty much whatever you want or whatever you've got. Ground beef would be perfectly acceptable, but it's also a great opportunity to get rid of any leftovers you may have. Any leftover barbecue, burgers, steaks, it's all getting cooked through and stewed together anyway. So a good time to clear out the fridge. Today, however, I've got 3 cuts of meat. I've got a piece of sirloin, some brisket, and a chuck roast. But to add some extra flavor, I'm gonna cook all 3 of these in different ways to add some
They would never be left over in my fridge. I'd have big plans for every single one of those pieces of beef. They would never be leftovers.
depth to our chili. For the brisket, I'm gonna season it up like normal and throw it on the offset. So I'm gonna just hit it with some salt and pepper. Fuck. Beautiful. Never forget your edges, folks, even if it's going into a chili. For the beautiful chuck roast here, I'm gonna hit it with some chud rub. Any rub you got will work fine. And for this chuck roast, I'm gonna throw this on the MCB. Mini chud box, that is. And you certainly don't have to do this. Oh, hello. We're gonna taste this chili for seasoning down the road. For me, it's a lot easier to visualize the amount of seasoning to put on a piece of meat than it is a big pot full of chili. So I like to get this going, at least get us in the ballpark of the right seasoning. And also the pepper's gonna cook on the smoker and give us some beautiful flavors. As for the sirloin, I'm just gonna salt this now, but we're gonna grind this up raw and we're gonna cook this later on. So, onto the smokers we go. Got this beautiful brand new 115 all fired up. Wanna throw it on? See what it can do. It's a heavy door. Just gonna smoke that for, I don't know, good amount of time. Again, it's all going into chili. It's gonna be all cooked down anyway, so just trying to get some color on it, get some smoke, maybe build a little bit of a bark. As for this bad boy, chud box already fired up. Sizzle, sizzle. We'll check back in a little bit. It's been about 3 hours and this stock is reducing. I've added water a couple times to make sure it doesn't go down too low, but looking and smelling really nice. Out here, Chud Box has been holding steady. This guy's got a beautiful crust on it, smelling fantastic. Probably gonna pull that off. Then over here, this 115 is cooking like a champ. That thick steel has been really helpful on this colder day. But in here, our brisket is looking good as well. Probably let that go for a little bit longer.
My mouth's watering.
Nice press. After a good 5-6 hours of simmering, this stock is looking nice and dark, smelling really good, and I think it's time to give it a strain. Which we're gonna do by simply pulling out all of the big bones. This is my little perforated half pan here. Let all that beautiful stock strain through. Tell you what, folks, if you haven't made your own beef stock before, it's definitely worth doing at least once or twice. It also freezes really well too, so you could put this in ice cube trays or whatever you want. Save it for whenever you're making a nice soup or you need a good pan sauce or something. Now we're just gonna pass this through a fine mesh strainer just to get out all the particulates.
color
And you
on
can
that
tell by that
stock.
color that this is going to be a super flavorful stock.
I can tell.
Yeah. Chuck roast is off the pit. Brisket is off the pit. Chuck roast took a lot quicker. I let the brisket stay on for a while because I decided I'm gonna finish making chili tomorrow, although this could easily be done in one sitting. But for now, I'm gonna put this in some quart containers and let it set up overnight. And I'll check back in with y'all in 1 second. Stock is solidified. Meat is cooked. Now let's talk about the chili portion of our chili. What I've got here is an assortment of chilies. I got some New Mexico, some chili de árbol, some Californias, some ancho, and some
Ancho.
puya. You can find these at any Mexican grocery store or little market.
So
And we're
many
simply
chilies
just
I've
gonna
never
go
heard
through
of.
all of these and take off the little ends. Don't want any of that woody bit in there. You can go around and remove all the seeds if you feel like. I typically don't. I don't mind a little extra heat in my chili. And you can use pretty much whatever
might
chilies
take
you
them out.
like, depending on flavor. Try them all. Make your own custom blend. I don't stress too much. I like a nice variety of chilies. As you can see, a lot of these seeds fall out anyway, and there's no real rhyme or reason to how much I'm gonna use here. I'm just gonna make a big chili paste and add as much as I see fit. The only thing to worry about is the spicier ones, like these arbols. Only a few of those, because we can always add some more in later. But that being said, now I'm gonna hydrate these in my pan here using some of our homemade beef stock. And as you can see, we're left with a super gelatinous,
Ooh.
very good smelling
Check
chili
out the
stock.
jiggle on
into
that
the
one.
tacos. We're just gonna bring this up to a simmer and toss all of our chilies in. Basically, all we're doing now is gonna hydrate these chilies, soften them up a bit so we can blend them into a chili paste. After about 5-10 minutes at a nice boil here, these chilies have softened up and the flavors have been awoken in this beautiful beef stock. So now we're gonna toss them into the old Vitamix here and blend it up into a wonderful chili paste. We're gonna go in with some of the stock as well to help loosen everything up.
I know I've said this in the last video, but he reminds me so much of Kyle Gass from Tenacious D, who I adore. He is so funny, and I'm just getting those vibes here from Bradley. He reminds me so much of him. I think he's got like a similar humor, and he also has a very kind of musical way about the way he talks. I think he'd be quite the performer, actually. I reckon he can sing.
And we blitz.
He's such a goofball.
Yeah. Gotta remember to plug it in first.
It might help.
Now to talk about this
some
sirloin that has
serious
yet to be
knives.
cooked. This is still raw. Had a nice dry brine yesterday on it. And to add another layer of flavor, we are simply gonna grind this one up into ground beef and cook it in our pot here. And we're gonna grind it right into the pot.
Now there's a good idea.
Beautiful. Onto the heat it goes, and we're just gonna brown this up. Basically what we're trying to do is brown this beef, get a nice fond on the bottom of the pot, and get another version of the Maillard reaction that's gonna be a little bit different than the smoke from the Chud box or the offset, and give us a much more deep flavored chili.
Yeah.
Make sure you
Gonna
don't
be
have any big
layers
old
to that
chunks in there.
flavor.
Speaking of the other two meats, here they are, nice and chilled. This is the Chud boxed chuck roast, smelling delicious. And we've got the classic offset smoked brisket. Beautiful bark on there. And we're gonna just chunk these up. And this is a great thing to do if you're really new to barbecue because this is all going into chili. So you could have cooked this for 10 minutes, you could have cooked it for 3 hours, could have cooked it all night long if you wanted to because it's all gonna get rehydrated and broken down anyway. So it's a good time to get to know your pit. And we're gonna do the same thing to this brisket. That's why you don't buy select brisket. Very dry looking. Chunk it up, chunk it up. And there we go.
Told you he can
Big
sing.
old pile of meat.
I can
As
tell.
you can see, all the fat has rendered out of this meat and it is starting to cook, crumbling up nicely, and we've got that beautiful fond on the bottom. That's really what we're going for. That's a whole bunch of flavor right there. So now we're gonna go in and deglaze it with some of our beef stock.
I can already
Get in
imagine
there,
how this
scrape the
smells.
bottom, get all that good stuff up. Fond successfully deglazed. Now that our
Very
ground
good
beef is done
deglazing.
cooking away, we're gonna go in with all the rest of our meat. And then, you guessed it, in with our chili puree. And we're just gonna let this cook down, simmer down until everything kind of breaks down and everything is heated through again. It's starting to smell real nice. And to make sure nothing over reduces, we're also gonna go in with a little bit more of our beef stock. When it comes to recipes like chili or soup or stews or things like this, you never want to follow a recipe exactly. It's more about making it taste good to you. However spicy or cuminy or whatever flavors you like, you just got to taste it as you
Eyeball
go
it.
and make it your own. That being said, I'll have an approximation in the description of exact ingredients for this chili recipe. But again, it's mostly about feel and tasting it as you go and making sure that it comes out just the way you like it. That being said, let's add some seasonings. All right, as for chili
wholeheartedly agree.
spices going in, we're gonna go in with some pretty basic stuff here, including some cumin. Gotta have some cumin in there. I'm gonna go in with some granulated onion. We're going with some chili powder, just to make sure that this tastes like chili. I like to put a little dash of coriander in there too, for those nice floral notes. Going with some garlic powder as well. And how about a little dash of mustard powder? Sounds good to me. Get this all mixed up, let those spices hydrate, give it a taste, and adjust. After tasting and adjusting for seasoning, now I'm looking at the texture, and this is looking real nice, pretty hearty, real meaty, a little too chunky for my taste, so I'm gonna go in with a little bit more of our beef stock, just to kind of loosen it up a bit. But it's up to you how thick or how chunky you like it.
delicious.
And lastly, one final step to make this chili nice and smooth, we're gonna go in with the immersion blender and just make everything nice and cohesive, break up all the big chunks, and depending on how much you do this will really determine the final result of your chili. As you blend it up, it's gonna thicken up a bit as all those meat fibers kind of separate, so you may have to add some water as you're going, or more stock if you've got it. And that's looking pretty good to me. Time to give it a little tasty taste here, make sure everything's where it needs to be. Very beefy. I'm gonna go in with a little bit more cumin, a little bit more chili powder, a little bit more salt, a little bit more of that savory onion powder. All right, and there we have it, folks. A beautiful, meaty, delicious, all beef Texas style red chili.
Do you know, I was a little bit unsure when he was going in with the immersion blender, because I think I'd quite like big chunks of meat in it. Personal preference, obviously. But it hasn't actually made it super smooth, has it? It's still relatively quite bitty. I wouldn't say chunky, but you know, it's not smooth, which is good. I think I'd prefer that from my chili. I wonder how spicy it is.
Ladies and gentlemen, let me introduce you to the Frito pie.
Yes! I don't think I've ever had Fritos.
Ooh.
Oh, yes.
Gotta have a little salsa verde on there, folks.
We do.
Same one from the barbacoa video. And some crema, cause why not? A couple of pickled jalapenos for good measure.
Any
Done!
guac?
As delicious as that may be, it seems a little too classy. That's looking better. Ooh, yeah. Now we're talking. Gotta have the melty cheese, folks. And a Frito pie without onions, honestly, it's not the same.
I'm not classy enough to have it in the little jar. I'd have it like that, in the packet.
Oh, yes. Yes, please. Doop, doop. Perfect.
He's so
Nice
funny.
fresh pile of wood. Ooh.
Fumey in there.
You don't
What's he
say.
making?
Hey, you want a Frito pie?
Frig, yeah.
Fork for you.
Which one is he going to go for?
Grab
then?
yourself a pie, bud.
The packet.
It's like we're back at the Texas rodeo.
Oh, man.
This really is my favorite fair food, for sure.
It's perfect on a nice cold day, too.
Definitely. On these cold Texas nights. I will say, though, pro tip about Frito pies. Before you indulge, scope out the bathroom sitch. Because you never know when it's going to strike.
Pop an Imodium.
We should get sponsored by them.
Yeah, definitely.
Bradley, this
the
chili
heartbeat.
is on point. Perfect amount of spice.
Pretty convenient in the bag, too. It's nice because it's also warming your hands.
A delicious mess.
Yeah, it really makes sense. Like, growing up, I always wondered, like, why do they call it chili? Is it because you eat it when it's chili? And then I came down here and someone's like, it's because it's made with chilies.
Growing up in New Hampshire, chilies are not a prominent thing in cooking.
Do they call this a walking taco?
I think that's what they call it, yeah.
I mean, they got the walking part right. Not quite a taco.
Yeah, I was very intrigued the first time I saw someone eating this in Texas.
Eating Fritos with a fork.
Yeah, I was like, man, you can just use your hands. And I was like, oh, there's some chili in there. Best part is, too, is the Fritos kind of lose a tiny bit of the crunch, too. So you get a nice little
Soak up all the grease.
softer taste there.
I don't know if you can tell from the expression on my face, guys, but I can't actually describe how excited I am by seeing this lovely recipe, and it's incorporated one of my most favorite things in the world, which is crisps. Oh, it's like when you have a chili. Like if I have a chili over here, I like to scoop it up with some tortilla chips or Doritos if you haven't got the tortilla chips, and all you've got is like Doritos or something from the shops. That's fine. But this takes it up a notch. This is next level. Oh my gosh, I have to try this.
Hell yeah.
Ooh, that's a spicy jalapeno.
The best trashy dish.
I was literally just gonna say it seems so trashy.
It's not
but
trashy.
It makes sense. It's all you need, right?
Yeah.
No need to waste another bowl that I have to go clean.
Convenient and delicious.
You can always just roll it up and put it in your pocket. Have a little pocket pie. It freezes pretty well if you put it in a Ziploc bag or something.
Oh, hell yeah.
No, I didn't plan on eating this whole thing. It's incredibly beefy. Pee-pee. I think Carl wants a pie.
Yeah, let's just hawk one over the fence.
All right, y'all, and that is it. That is how I make Texas-style beef chili. And you don't have to go all out and make your own beef stock, cook your meat 3 different ways. You can make it as easy or as complex as you like, and it always comes out tasting delicious. That being said, if you enjoyed this video, please hit that subscribe button. It helps me out so much. Head over to chudsbbq.com for all pit inquiries, wait lists, all that good stuff. Drop me a comment down below to let me know what you want to see me cook next. If you do give this a try, be sure to post it on Instagram. Give me a tag at Chuds BBQ. I love to see what y'all are cooking. And until the next time I see you, please go cook something outside. Peace!
Well, I definitely want to recreate this. I feel a little bit unequipped because I don't have a smoker. They're just not a massive thing in the UK. There's a few, there are a few creeping up, but because they're such a niche kind of product, they are very expensive. Or rubbish, or just don't do the job very well. So whilst I would absolutely love all of this equipment, what's his chud box? Is that just like something that he uses to grill and barbecue? I want it all. If it can make meat this delicious, I want it. I have to have it. I love watching these Chuds videos. He is so funny. Like I say, I'm just getting Kyle Gass vibes. Anyone else? Is it just me? Am I being crazy? Like his sense of humor and everything. He's delightful to watch. He's so funny. And whoever came up with the idea of combining just any dish, actually, just anything with crisps or chips, it's a winner in my book. I'm there. Give me some. I'm all over it. So thank you for watching this video with me, guys, and I'll catch you on the next one.